Okay, so my first lunch slash dinner is going to be having some beef top loin New York strip steak, and it is about a half a pound, and some Kerrygold pure Irish butter. All right, so here is I probably used about maybe 2 tablespoons of the Kerrygold. Stupid butter. Trying to record with one hand, it's not very easy. Okay, so there's that. And one of the things I like to add to my steak is Laurie's garlic salt and then some pepper. So I'm going to add some of that onto this thing here. I'm pretty generous with it too. And it does not have any total carbs, so that part is looking good. Decided to start in the middle of the day. It is currently right now 1:53, and I just got back from the store buying a couple of things of meat and the butter because I was going to start tonight or tomorrow. And so these are some of the things I also bought along with it, along with chocolate milk. And as you can see, some of these are pretty much all gone. So you can actually start anytime. You don't have to start right in the morning or whenever. Just start whenever you feel. So I've decided to go ahead and change things up a little bit. I'm going to follow a keto type diet for, we'll say, a month, see how I do. Hopefully I don't gain any weight or anything. As you can see from the scale, I just got back from the holidays and I've been eating lots of sugar and sweets and pizza and all that kind of stuff, and it hasn't been the greatest, the most healthy, so I am trying to go ahead and get started. I was gonna wait maybe until tomorrow. As you can see, I bought a bunch of cookies. I also bought myself this nice big huge thing of chocolate milk, which I've only had a glass out of. So can start anytime. I think the biggest thing is just getting started. It doesn't matter even what diet is you're trying to do, what program you're following. Just get started. It doesn't have to be in the morning. It doesn't have to be on the 1st. It doesn't have to be on a Monday. Just get started. So that is where I'm at. I will try to do a full body shot. I don't know if I can or not, or if it'll be a good shot, but we'll see. And, and today is Thursday, December 27th, 2018. I'll try to do one follow-up in a month and see where we are. Hopefully it's good. Okay, everybody, so I wanted to do an update. So since my recording, I did pretty good. I took a nap, but then I woke up and I had some more chocolate milk and some more cookies and a potato pancake thing and some potatoes. I think once I started, I was just like, oh my goodness, I'm not gonna be able to have any more. So I kind of went a little crazy. So I should probably throw the rest of everything out. And of course, here's little Evers. Evers, say hello, Evers. Look at everybody, say the pretty Evie. She's all grumpy. You see how she's stealing my pillow? She's grumpy because we're watching Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the first one, and she keeps on barking. So I've been telling her to shush, and she's all fussy. See, she's sulking. When I woke up this morning, I took the package of cookies, which of 2 of them, the fudge one, chocolate fudge, and the coconut one, I took them and they were pretty much like 90 to 95% full. I took them and I dumped them in the trash, and I poured dish soap on them so I wouldn't be tempted to possibly take one of them out of the trash thinking, oh, it's on the very top, it'll be okay. I haven't tracked really today as far as checking in with macros and whatnot. I know I need to definitely calculate the macros, keep track of the calories, because otherwise I will overeat and then it won't have the effect that I am hoping for. So we're having kind of a delayed Christmas with her since we went on the Queen Mary for Christmas. So she wanted me to pick up an apple pie and grapes, and I love green grapes, and they were on sale at Aldi's for 85 cents, so I left them in the car so I wouldn't be tempted to eat them. When I got on the scale this afternoon, after I'd eaten a bit, it said I was at a little over 200, but it pretty much 200, which means from yesterday when I weighed in at 204 to today it was 200. And of course when I weighed in yesterday, that was also halfway through the day where I'd already eaten quite a bit, so that was probably a factor too, but whatever. That's when technically I said I started, so I'll go with that. And I have my little sleepy Snorri-saurus juice here. Little Snorri-saurus. Oops. Oh, I'm sorry, little Evers. She's like, Mom, I was sleeping. So yeah, I'm excited to continue working on it. I am a little bit scared, especially when I go up to my mom and dad's, because whenever I go up there, I tend to overeat, or I tend to veer off plan, because my mom and dad, they definitely do not follow any particular diet plan. They just kind of eat what they've always eaten for as long as I can remember. So that's a little bit difficult. I'll probably end up staying up there, which also adds to a little bit of difficulty, because then I'm really at the mercy of what they have. So I'm gonna have to try to think about it and plan that, and I will try to update it and let you all know how I am doing. Hey everybody, so I figured I would give my weekly Weight Watchers weigh-in report. I did weigh in for the last Saturday of the month, as well as the last Saturday of this year. I weighed in this morning at 201 pounds. When I got on my home scale this morning, I was just a little bit under 200, but since I weighed myself this morning, I also did make myself some homemade hot chocolate, and I had some cheese, so I have eaten a little bit, so that probably added to some of the weight that I seen at the Weight Watchers scale. So I'm still going to attend my weekly meetings, my weekly Weight Watcher meetings. I'm still going to weigh in weekly with Weight Watchers. I'm still going to do all of that type of stuff, but I am going to attempt the ketogenic diet. I do still have some of the test strips that I got off of Amazon the last time I tried keto, probably about 4 or 5 months ago. It says they're expired because it says they only last 3 months, which to me seems ridiculous, being as how you get like 100, 200 strips and they only last 3 months. So I have been using those. The main one that's Amazon, it's the cheapest one. They were like $10 for the little bottle of strips. And I tested it last night. It was kind of a very obvious purple color. And then when I tested it this morning, it was more of a pinky purple. So I think I'm getting close to being in ketosis. I'm not exactly sure how they work, because I know I've seen some online where people will just barely put it in, take it out, and then immediately it'll change to like a bright purple or a bright pink, whereas mine seems like I'm not exactly sure how it fits within the scale, because it doesn't match them exactly. But then again, I think you're supposed to kind of judge it, that if it's more of a lighter pink, you're not in ketosis. If it's more of a purple color, you're either in ketosis or close to ketosis. So I keep on using them since I have them, just to kind of test how I'm doing. So we'll see how that goes. Also, I'm not going to be counting calories for a couple of days. So as many of you know, I kind of started on Thursday, the 27th. I started, but then I had some cookies and crap that night, so then I technically started yesterday, and I feel like I did pretty good. I probably ate way over my calories and everything, but trying to get used to the foods. I would kind of strange, I'd go through periods where I felt very satiated, I felt full, but then I was snacky. I think that's one of the hard things, especially with the carb, is you definitely do have those cravings of constantly wanting to snack, and especially after every time you have a meal, especially a savory meal, is the need to want to have something sweet immediately after. At least that's one of the problems that I'm running into. So that's something that needs to be worked on. I made some Snicker bombs. They are amazing. Sometimes they're a little too good. I made a batch of them. I ate them all yesterday, but you know what? That's okay. Getting into the hang of things, getting on track, trying it out. So I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm going to definitely start monitoring it. I'll definitely start counting calories. And I will start counting calories, and I'll be monitoring my progress. That 70, 25, 5 rule or something around there. Just trying to, I think as with you start any diet, just kind of getting into what you can have, getting a taste for everything, kind of helping to cleanse from the carbs and dealing with the constant cravings. I know some people might say that's crazy, you just need to immediately start with counting your calories, and otherwise you're just not gonna start off on a good foot. You're just gonna start off with gaining weight, and that's okay, but that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna, for a couple of days, try to eat high fat, low carb, and just get myself used to eating this way. Hopefully also limiting the cravings, limiting desire for junk food is what my hope is. But we'll see how that goes. I'm excited to give it a try. I'm gonna commit to it for a minimum of a month, at least 2. I want to try to stick to it at least 2 months. My birthday is at the end of February, so I want to at least try to make it until then. From there, kind of monitor, see how I'm doing at the end of 2 months. Hopefully at that point I have lost some weight, I feel better, I can see some changes. Obviously at that point I don't see anything, then I might just stop. But for now, I know I need to monitor it definitely on more of a weekly basis, adjust as needed, and go from there. I'm really going to try to commit to it and give it a try. I certainly need to try something different, and I'm hoping this will help. I think one of the big things for me is if I feel that I need something, if I'm craving something sweet, I need to make myself like the fat bombs or the keto bread or whatever it is, rather than saying, oh, I need to be strict and I don't need to have all that junk. It's if that's going to help me continue in this journey and do well, that's what I'm going to do. Obviously you can eliminate it as you go along, but that's what I'm going to try. So that's my plan for now. So I got 2 Flying Dutchmen with spread, lettuce, and tomato added. So I wasn't exactly sure what a Flying Dutchman is, and in case you're not sure, basically what it is it's 2 beef patties and 2 slices of cheese. So 1 Flying Dutchman is 2 beef patties and 2 slices of cheese. And it's really good. No lettuce, no tomatoes, no spread, no sauce. I had them add lettuce and tomato to mine, as well as spread. And after eating the spread, I realized that the spread has a lot of sugar in it. So probably don't get the spread, because I think it's mayonnaise, ketchup, and like relish. And it's probably a sweet relish, and the ketchup is probably regular ketchup with a lot of sugar in it. So I wanted to give an update on the past couple of days because I've been up with my parents. I went up on Saturday after my meeting to do kind of a delayed kind of Christmas, and then I came back today, which is the first day of the new year. I feel like I did pretty dang good. I try to stick to high fat, low carb as much as possible. I did drink a lot of milk though, so I think like not having whole milk for a while and then having it, like I was kind of not doing good with that. I kept on drinking like glass after glass after glass of milk, and I was just like, okay, that's something I kind of got to be aware of, but whatever. I was able to maintain everything. I got on the scale this afternoon when I got home at about 5, and I was at I think like 201. So this has been eating most of the day. I had breakfast, I've had snacks, so either I'm maintaining it pretty well, or maybe I've lost a little bit. I'm excited. And if you're wondering what that noise is, that is Lil Evers. She hurt herself today. She was outside playing up at my parents', and when she was running around, she ripped out her little toenails, so she's been having a little rough day. Still not tracking my macros or counting calories or anything like that. I started this morning, but then I kind of just fell through. I think especially after realizing I had like 1 cup of milk with my coffee, or probably it's more like a half a cup, that I pretty much already almost met my carb count for the day. I kind of panicked a little bit, so I think just something to be more mindful of. I also created a spread in my journal. So I did this little kind of keto week 1 type thing. Keto meal ideas, meal prep ideas. Next week when I go back to work, snacks to have, like a grocery list. But I think this is something that hopefully it'll help me to be more successful too. All right, I'll talk to you later.